Good afternoon, Off the Bench Sports family. Still here, Madison Prep Team Camp, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Joining us right now, man, a little short guy, man. Beard sticks out more than anything. What's up, my guy?
What's going on, Cole? What's up, man? I appreciate you. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, man, glad you took a moment. Don't be a stranger first.
Right.
You know, we talk a good bit though, so we good. We didn't do a new hire interview. We talked a long time when you got the job, but we didn't. You know, I like to try to show love to everybody. So, publicly, congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Well, let's see where we're gonna go. First year.
Second year.
No, first year.
Oh, first year.
First year. Get in there. Coming from college.
Yeah.
What was the biggest transition?
I think the biggest transition for me was just struggling with working with what you have. You know what I'm saying? Collegiately. You know, you work with what you have, but then you have the opportunity to, if you don't like what you have, you just go try to find what you want. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest transition. Yeah. That was the biggest transition. So what I had to do was, I had to find a way to market the brand, you know, to find a way to get kids to buy in, you know, and, you know, I worked with what I had, you know, the previous year they were 3-23, I believe. We won 6, so it was a step forward. So the biggest takeaway from my first year is where I finally found the guys to buy in. So what I was preaching to the guys, what I was trying to teach the guys, now it was time to build from there. So that was a struggle for me, as I just had to be patient with what I had, continue to coach, continue to build my, instill my principles of the game and just being a man, period. But that was challenging, but I believe that me and the guys figured it out and we're moving forward.
Coming from the college level where you didn't have to feed kids with a long handled spoon, you didn't need bare aspirin, you know, you didn't need to be so huggable. When things got tough, you could maybe use an expletive or say get the hell out the gym. How was it handling making that adjustment and just being a nurturer to young high school kids who didn't have the skill development that most kids have at the college level? How do you make that adjustment?
As a coach, man, that's a great question. As a coach, you have to be able to adjust the personalities, different people that don't come from your background. You have to understand different cultures and different personalities. And I had to learn that. You know, I graduated from a public school. You know, my district was Washington, Marion, Peabody. Like, we went into, you know, it was hostile environments. You know, these kids, they wanted to be good, but they hadn't experienced a hostile environment. You know, they hadn't played a lot of basketball. They hadn't been coached really hard. So I have to just adjust as a coach. You know, I can't be one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? I can't be able to reach just one audience. So that was good for me. I had to change it up. You know, I couldn't. You know, I come from rah to, hey man, you know, maybe try it this way. You know, I had to be patient. I had to tone it down a little bit and just kind of make it where I can reach a kid. And my dad always told me, he would always say, I didn't know he took it from Barack, but it was reach one, teach one. Right? So the rah wasn't reaching them. So I had to tone it down and figure out a way to touch a kid, you know. And once I reached them, you know, it was uphill from there. So collegially, you know, you're talking about men, go to high school, you're talking about 13, 14-year-old kids. You know, some stuff worked differently for different people. And I think I figured it out as far as how to talk to the guys, how to reach them, how to get them to play hard. So it was fun even learning that as a young coach.
I talked to another coach that came from a long tenured college coaching career back to high school, and he said the one thing that he wanted to do because of the culture wasn't great, but he know he didn't like losing. So he said he did some stuff that took the focus off the kids so they could play just worry about playing basketball and didn't have to worry about hearing all the noise around them. And he did some stuff technically that he may not have wanted to do, but he needed to do. What was the thing that you had to do to get the kids comfortable with changing the culture to winning, from losing to winning?
As far as discipline, man, I tightened up on a lot of things that the guys were used to doing, I wasn't allowed doing, as far as, non-basketball things.
Coach, put that camera off. Coach, the video again, some of you.
Coach Allen. So I had to switch it up. As far as basketball, man, I had to come in with no agenda, no system, no nothing. Like this is my third year going in Evangel. I've ran different systems every year. Like you have to cater to your players. Like whatever type of players you have, you need to build that type of offense. And then have a backup plan, But had Jathan last year, he was a scorer. There was no need to make 20 passes. He scored the ball. I figured out a way to get him in space to score. This year will be a different team. I have to cater to my players, do different things. So I like to use the term free. Be free. Don't worry about me. Shoot.
You like war.
Yeah, if you like it, if it feel good, do it. Okay, we'll figure out and adjust as we go. So that's what I did, man. Just try to get the kids to play free, and I think it's working. We got to continue to build, but it's working for the most part.
Your first year, not so great. Second year, again, like you just mentioned, you had Jathan Ross. Kid was an exceptional, like the body of work that he put in, he earned everything that he got. How was it managing a kid like Jathan?
It was pretty easy because we talked, we built a relationship before we even started playing. So it was real easy, man. We got it off the court. We talked, and then basketball, X's and O's. That's nothing. That's nothing for him to do, nothing for me to do. But we had to get on the same page mentally, and he was just a stud, man. I let him basically do whatever he wanted to do because he was a good kid and he knew how to play the game. Right.
Last year, no summer league, no real mode of training to help enhance skill development. This summer, we're back at it. What does that feel like entering your third year and knowing what it takes to get to a championship level at the high school level now? How do you continue to build and grow as a young high school coach?
Like the kids have to do their homework, I have to do mine. I think Coach Chain said it, man. If you're not watching the championship teams or observing what they do, the really, really good teams, the guys that are making it to where you want, then you're just wasting your time. So that's what I do, man. I think Louisiana has 12 state champions.
Yes, sir.
I've observed all of them. I don't care where they come from or what they do different. I've watched all those coaches. I can almost tell you who their assistant coaches are. I can tell you how many championships they won. I can tell you how they build their players, what players they have, and that's where I want to get to. You know what I'm saying? So I instill in my summer programs. That's why we down here, man. I'm a North guy. I love Shreveport. I love North basketball. But the blunt truth is, if you want to win a state championship, you got to come through the South. And that's why we're here. You know, Nish, Madison Prep, Zachary, we're going to get all of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what it's going to feel like, what it is that those guys that are doing that we need to be doing. And I don't have a problem with that. You know, I don't mind losing a game. I don't mind getting smacked, but we going to compete, okay?
Right.
Either or is going to be. We going to be here, and we're not going to be afraid of anybody or anything. So that's what I look at. You know, I watch these guys, Jeff. These guys are old enough to be my dad, my grandparents, man, but I love it. I'm a student of the game, and I watch everybody, man, and those guys are winning it. They're putting kids in school. It's getting the best of both worlds. So, man, I'm grateful for it, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
What do you guys have to do the rest of the summer and the beginning of the fall to be ready for October?
We got to get in tip-top shape, man. I probably have 7 to 8 man rotation. I've been blessed. My first 2 years, I have players that can play 32 minutes, 40 minutes without coming out the game. So we have to get like that, and we will. My assistant coaches do a marvelous job of getting my guys in shape. Right. And we're going to be ready to run. We're not going to be big. We've never been bigger than anybody. I've never been bigger than anybody. I've never played on a team that's been bigger than everybody. But we do have the will. We will compete. And we want to win, okay? So we'll get ready, man, and it's going to be a hot summer, but I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I think this is the last one, man. I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago with the legend Charles Smith.
Yeah.
He referenced Nolan Richardson of Arkansas Razorback fame as a guy that, as a young coach, that he admired the way that he prepared his kids. And I learned a lot about Coach Smith from our interview. And I think it was like 2 days later, I'm on Twitter, and that was just the weirdest thing to me. And it's a video of Coach Richardson detailing what 40 minutes of pain was through his eyes. And he said he started the practice off with 15 laps around the court, box jump, like just a whole lot of stuff that just people think is meaningless and tedious. And that's how they created the 40 minutes of pain. Is it anybody that, as a young dude in the game, that is great at skill development, great at teaching kids how to be mentally tough, that's great at all the little aspects? Because, like, you can know how to shoot, but if you can't play defense, you got nothing. You can know how to shoot, but if you can't receive a pass, or if you're not in triple threat, being in shot ready position, what are we talking about?
That's right.
Like, if you don't understand spacing and transition, and that the trail guy probably should be a shooter, what are we talking about? Who is your go-to guy?
Probably my favorite coach that I look up to now.
Say Dean Smith.
I can't say
playing. That's my favorite.
That's
coach.
your guy, right, Coach? That's your guy. I really watch a lot of things Shaka Smart do. I really love Shaka Smart. Guys that I can reach out and probably touch or get in contact with, man, offensively.
You can get in touch with Shaka Smart?
Yeah. But
man,
I mean,
won't you
on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to hook a brother up, man. Yeah, man.
On a daily basis.
That's excellence, bro.
Right. No, he's tough, man. I really like Shaka, man. The havoc defense. I'm a defensive coach. I'm trying to get better offensively, so.
I like transition.
I like transition, and Shaka touches all of that. Dorsey, Vic, my guy Vic, Dorsey. But Shaka right now, man, because he was at a small school, VCU. Nobody knew about VCU, right? VCU, Shaka, they had an all-star staff. Nobody knew about Will Wade when he was there. Will Wade's always been a great guy, great coach, in my opinion. But Shaka, man, Shaka touches every end of the floor, offensively, defensively. skill development. Jay Wright, offensive wizard. You know, spacing, the simple stuff. But Shaka, man, Shaka's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I liked him at Texas. He's gonna do his thing at Marquette. He's really an underrated coach in my opinion, man. I really feel like he's a great. But
I was surprised when things didn't go well in Texas for him and he got let go. Like I'm not a Texas guy, but I'm an excellence guy.
Right.
And so that's like you said, that's what Shaka means to me, excellence. And it's, detail focus. Number of respect for the guy for me, and I know a lot of other guys that are just like you who absolutely love him as well.
That's right.
So, man, you got a game in about 12 more minutes, man. Sorry for holding you up so long.
That's all good.
But everybody know my mouth 7-11, man. I never shut the hell up. I talk in my sleep sometimes.
Hey, but look, man. Just shout out to you.
What I did?
Shout out to you for the platform. I don't care where people think it's at or what level they think it's at. We never had it. I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't on ESPN, you ain't getting no platform. And when none of our kids, nobody I knew were at that level. This is how you build. So I appreciate it, man. I encourage you to keep doing your thing.
Man,
seriously.
We met, I think by chance, seemed like. But we've been solid ever since we met, and it's not one time that I've called you and I said, hey E, you know what the deal is, and you didn't answer, or you said, hey man, I got this going on, but I'm gonna hit you back. You've always been a man of your word and hit me back, and that's all that matters to me, man. I don't really think about what people think about this brand. I know that I give 1,000% every single day, and I know that I absolutely love these kids. And nothing means more to me than being able to help a young kid, encourage a young kid, motivate a young kid, motivate a young coach. And I'm challenging everybody because I challenge myself every day to be the very best media broadcasting, exposure guy in the business. And it don't matter whether you like off the bench sports or not. To get your ass in the game, you got to get off the bench.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
And that's what it is, man. So it's one love, man. Hey, you guys, this is the guy, Eric Shepard, man. Phenomenal young coach. At a small school, he's doing big things. So I'm telling y'all now, he's gonna be a top 28 guy this year.
Appreciate it.
And that's just what it is because he does the work. So when you do the work, results happen.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Minimal work, minimal results. Maximum work, maximum results.
I believe that.
I just said that though, didn't I?
Yeah,
get your ass off the bench and get into the game. I love you guys. See y'all next interview soon.
Appreciate you.